What's going on YouTube? This is SG1 Sports, and we got a new video here. It's the Heisman race after week 3 of the college football season. We've had a few adjustments at the top, but the top 5 pretty much stayed the same. And we have a couple of new guys entering the race. So let's take a look. First, let's look at last week's and see how much we've changed. So last week we had Baker Mayfield at number 1, Lamar Jackson at number 2. You can see here Bryce Love was on there. So who dropped off and who moved up? Actually, I think we only dropped one guy off the list, and it's tough to just do 10 players because there's a lot of really good players. And I thought about even expanding this to maybe 15 or 20, but for now I'm just going to go with my top 10. So here we go after week 3. This is my new top 10, and still Baker Mayfield is up there at number 1. Saquon Barkley is really looking good. I think he's got an excellent shot up there at number 2. Mason Rudolph, a big game again. Lamar Jackson, the loss hurts him a little bit. He's still probably going to have the numbers. I still think it's going to be tough for him to win back-to-back years. The voters, I just don't think are going to vote for him. Josh Rosen, even though UCLA lost, he had a couple interceptions in that game. He's still putting up, 5 touchdowns a game. Huge numbers. He's up there near the top of the passing. Rashad Penny of San Diego State up to number 6. He's the leading rusher in college football. They come up with a big win over Stanford. This kid is really, really good. And he probably doesn't have a chance to win it because he's from a smaller school, but you never know. I mean, he could at least maybe get to New York. Will Greer for West Virginia continues to put up monster numbers, which is to be expected. We'll see how he does now getting into Big 12 play. Sam Darnold dropped. Not a great performance against Texas, but still, the reason he's still on there is just because of the way he was able to lead them down at the end of the game, come back and win that game. Just showed a lot in that effort, even though the numbers maybe weren't as good in that game. Royce Freeman of Oregon. All right, so we got 2 new guys here. Royce Freeman of Oregon, he has been tearing it up. Monster year so far for him. If Oregon continues to win, I think he's got an excellent shot to get to New York as well. And so we've got our first receiver on here, Cam Phillips of Virginia Tech. He leads the nation in receiving. I think he's got over 400 yards through 3 games, 3 touchdowns. So he has been putting up big numbers for Virginia Tech. And I told you last week I'd like to get a receiver on here, and he is the leading receiver in all of college football. So it just makes sense that he's on this list. And Virginia Tech is looking really good also. So if they continue to get better, him or maybe even the quarterback Jackson there, they could have a shot to enter this race, up a little higher than this. So that's my Heisman race after week 3. Let me know, comment down below if you agree with these picks. Are there players that you think I'm missing? Go ahead, I always like to hear from you. But that's going to do it for this video. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more here on the SG1 Sports YouTube channel.